So, I don't like cars that much. And this is not an unfounded hatred. I actually have some solid factual evidence behind this. First of all, they're extremely expensive. For the average person, it is the second largest expense within their monthly budget. The majority of deaths between people age 1 to 50 is caused by car accidents. And not to mention they pollute a lot, so who knows how many additional people that kills. And my final gripe with the car is that, at least in the US, everything is strictly designed for massive cars. And the problem with designing a civilization in this manner is people feel that to do basic tasks like food shopping, they need to purchase an automobile. And that is just so messed up. And if you want my opinion, I think they do that on purpose as a form of taxation. Because as mentioned, automobiles are the second largest expense in a person's budget. You have to pay for registration, gas, maintenance, and it's all a way to take money out of your pocket and back into the system. And that's just why I'm a huge fan of things like e-bikes. This technology liberates people. It makes it so you don't need a car to participate in society. You can save a ton of money and time, and they're fun to ride. But alas, the car industry is in the midst of a renaissance. Electric cars, in my view, are indeed significantly better than gasoline, mostly on the economic front. I saw a statistic that it's something like the average internal combustion engine car has 2,000 moving parts, and an EV has 20. So that's one of the reasons why the cost of ownership is so much more reasonable for electric vehicles. In fact, I think the per mile cost of ownership for EVs is like a third that of gas. And that's moving in the right direction. Technology making things more affordable and just better overall. Because car ownership is semi-unavoidable, there are some tasks and trips that you do need a bigger vehicle to accomplish. Although I do envision a glorious society one day in the future that nobody needs to purchase and own a car. We have automated robo-taxis. So you just walk outside, you pull out your phone, you hail an autonomous Tesla, and it's 10 cents a mile. But unfortunately, that is still a couple of years deep into the future. And until then, we do have more and better selections of EVs coming onto the market. And that's what I want to take a deeper dive into in this video. So, of course, we all know about Tesla. They are the industry leader. And they've really done a huge amount of work to move the car market in the right direction. And sometimes we forget about that. I feel like if Tesla never existed, we would still have the Chevy Bolt as the leading EV in the US. And that is just a scary alternate future to be living in. But now in 2022, we do have a plethora of options in the EV space, both new companies like startups and existing auto manufacturers transitioning into the green revolution. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Ford in this space. I think they're moving in the right direction for being a huge legacy automaker. Of course, they have things like the Mustang Mach-E, which has been extremely popular. Good for them. They have some good hybrids, like the Maverick. And you can't forget about the Ford F-150 Lightning. That thing is a beast, and it took a lot of cojones to take their best-selling vehicle, in fact, the best-selling vehicle in the US, and electrify it relatively early on. Ooh, this hill is fun. And if you go to the main homepage of the F-150 Lightning, at the top, the main marketing video, people are unloading e-bikes from the back of the F-150 Lightning. And they're not just any e-bikes like Rad Powers. These are Recon e-bikes that have like 12,000 watt motors on them. And that's just awesome to see because it indicates that somebody high up at Ford is really into electric vehicles. Now, aside from Ford, Another new startup here in the space is Rivian. I'm sure you guys are familiar with them. They have the rather expensive all-electric pickup trucks. I think it's the R1 or T1, something like that. The starting price is like $68,000, but these things are engineering marvels. They have independent motors on all 4 wheels, and that makes them extremely capable off-road and just being epic adventure vehicles. In fact, the other day I saw one of these in town, and in person, it looked super clean. So I'm excited to see more and more of EVs of all kinds on the streets in the coming years. But there's one more EV startup that I'm super jazzed about, and this is Canoo. Now, they've been on the space for a couple of years. They've yet to deliver an actual product like Rivian just did, but they're promising that the first deliveries, or at least production, will begin at the end of this year and really kind of officially begin in 2023. And that's going to be for their lifestyle vehicle. And just take a look at this thing. I absolutely love the new approach they took to designing this vehicle. Because when talking about EVs, you don't have the same design limitations as traditional internal combustion cars. So why not use that opportunity to make a better vehicle design? It seems pretty intuitive to me, but especially legacy automakers like Ford with the F-150 Lightning, they still have a massive hood in the front, but they use it as a second trunk space. So I'm really happy to see companies like Canoo really push the boundary here and show us how awesome EVs can be. And I'll let you guys in on a little secret project of mine. So I'm not sure if you guys consume content like this. Let me know if you do. But I'm super into van life. I mean, I was just talking about how e-bikes help to liberate me and lower my expenses. And the whole van life thing is like that times 100. One of my favorite channels is Foresty Forest. He is an absolute legend. He lives in a van. He has a bike with him. It's not an e-bike. And he just travels around hiking epic mountains. And it's quite the lifestyle. Not an easy lifestyle. You have to give up a lot of the amenities you're used to. But it's a fun life and an adventurous one. And I was thinking for this channel, combining e-bike adventures with van life could be a winning formula, especially if I keep true to my brand and I keep it all electric and I purchase this Canoo lifestyle vehicle and use it for van life in the future. So what do you guys think of that? I mean, I know that I would love to watch a channel like that, but to my knowledge, none exist quite yet. So I could be the first person to live in an electric van, travel around with an e-bike, have solar panels on the roof to charge my electronics, and just be adventurous like that, you know? But it's all contingent on that electric Canoo lifestyle vehicle actually shipping in, 2022, 2023, whenever they get around to it. The starting price is expensive. It's $35,000, probably more like $40,000 once it actually ships. But considering the very low cost of ownership associated with EVs and all the content and the business opportunities I can create off of it, it might be worth it. I hate this. Ooh. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're still watching and enjoyed, you guys know we appreciate a like, subscribe for future content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, guys, a little sneak peek for those of you still watching. I've been meaning to upgrade the hub motor on this bike, and I was waiting for the one that I want to come in stock on Grin Technology's website, and it just did. So I will soon be placing my order for a slightly upgraded motor. Should give me a better top speed, more acceleration, and just, slightly better performance all around. Maybe I'm thinking a 15% boost. So yeah, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. And yeah, now I'll see you guys in the next one. After this little secret hidden passage off the highway. The road that leads to nowhere.